What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, yes, this is a Navy Federal video. Everyone and their mother and their grandmother and their cousins has made a Navy Federal video, which is why you're probably here. And it's fine because I'm new, I am real, I'm raw, and I'm going to give you all the game. So you should hit subscribe if you haven't, because there's a ton of value on here. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Zach. Some people call me Rip. This is where I talk all things personal credit, business credit and funding, and of course, travel hacking. And as I want to talk about is Navy Federal. Now, yes, I do want to show you something real quick. I am in front of a Wings financial credit union. Mainly just because I wanted the aura of a credit union while I talked about this. So, first of all, Navy Federal is very popular for a reason. They are considered the house of high limits, but credit unions in general are very advantageous to the normal consumer or someone with worse credit. Why is that, first of all? I just want to talk about why credit unions are typically better for people building their credit or trying to get high comparable credit limits and or who have bad credit. Reason being is credit unions, first of all, are for the people. They hold a lot more cash reserves, so they're willing to work with you as a community member, as a relationship, and try to help you out with your credit and give you better financial options available to you. Where big banks, they don't really hold cash reserves. They used to be required to hold 1 to 2% of cash off of your deposits. They don't really have those requirements anymore. So they're taking your money and they're lending it out to everyone, business owners like myself and other people, and they're giving it out and or they're investing it. Credit unions actually have requirements where they have to hold the amount of money in their reserves. So I just wanted to talk about that. First of all, let's just jump into Navy Federal, how you can build a relationship with them and get high limits to help you out. Now, what I see all the time with Navy Federal, it's going to be a little bit different whether you already have good credit or built up credit. And by that, I mean having already a couple of credit cards with at least some decent limits on them. Not, $500 limits, but at least a few $1,000s in limits on those cards. You've already have some good credit, or someone who is building up their credit and doesn't really have any. Now, what I've seen a lot with Navy Federal is, first of all, building a relationship, opening a checking account with them is going to be great. And if you can get deposits from your job going in there consistently, then that's going to be really helpful. Now, some people with good credit can open up a credit card right away and get, high limits, 15, 25, 35, 40K on those credit cards because they already have some good credit built up. Navy Federal trusts them. But if you're someone who wants to build a relationship with Navy Federal, build your credit up, get some higher comparable credit limits, then I highly recommend opening a checking account, having deposits going in there. Of course, having low utilization when you decide to eventually apply as well is going to be important. That's going to be important on even the good credit profile and the bad credit. Low utilization is really good because the banks and Navy Federal don't want to see that you're utilizing a lot of your limits or utilizing a lot of debt. Okay, so when you apply, make sure that your utilization is low before your application. Deposits going into that account is going to be very helpful. And if you can, have a little bit better credit mix. So if you just have credit cards and you don't really have a car loan or you don't have a mortgage loan or a personal loan on your account, you just have revolving credit, then it's going to be important after you have set up an account with Navy Federal that you also end up trying an installment loan for, let's say, 90 to 100 days. And this is known as the pledge loan. Right, guys? If you have looked at Navy Federal videos, like I said, everyone, their mother and their cousin has made Navy Federal videos because it's a great institution to build a relationship with. A way that many of us can build installment loans and a good old credit mix is going to be with the pledge loan or savings secured loan with Navy Federal. So if you are wanting to get a higher limit credit card and you're building your credit and or you're repairing your credit, you're going to want to make sure that you set up a checking account, you access before applying, right? You get your deposits going into that account so they see activity, they see money coming in from your job, from your income. You're going to want to open up a pledge loan, could be a couple $1,000s, and that will be an installment loan in your account to give you credit mix. And you're also going to want to make sure that your utilization of what you're currently using is lower. And if you're building your credit, you want to let that season a little bit, let's say 60, 90, 120 days, build that relationship, warm it up, a little foreplay for Navy Federal before you apply to the credit cards. That is going to be your play. If you want higher limits initially, you're going to have to play the game. You're going to spend some time to build that relationship. Now, if you already have good credit and you want to apply to a card right away, then having other higher comparable credit limits is helpful. Having already a credit mix. If you don't really have much of a credit mix, then do the pledge loan hack as well. Right? Do the savings secured loan and build that out, for 60, 90 days. Make a couple payments, pay that off, right? 90% as well. And then you won't have to pay that monthly, but pay that off 90%, which is fantastic. And of course, have a lower utilization at the time of application. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. Like I said, I'll throw out some more Navy Federal videos for you. What do you guys want to know about Navy Federal? What would be helpful? And also, once you have a credit card, you can do credit limit increases up to 8K at a time with Navy Federal. So be aware of that. But I can make multiple videos about their products, not only just on the personal side, but the business side as well, and some of their loans and different options they have available to you. So let me know in the comments, what do you want to see from Navy Federal? There's tons of videos out there. I'm trying to give you guys the game. Like I said, I'm new, I'm real, I'm raw, and I'm trying to give you guys as much game as possible to execute on personal credit, business credit, and of course, travel the damn world, see the world, and do it for cheap and in luxury, and give you guys amazing experiences. So keep checking out the videos. I appreciate you guys showing up. Like, subscribe if you haven't. Tell your grandma and your cousin, your brothers and sisters to subscribe to me, Zach Rapinski on YouTube, and join the free school community if you want to. But as always, appreciate you guys being here.